Alright, welcome to Infinite Realms, and let's talk about the Rhino. Now, this is a big box. I still happen to have my shocker box around. I'll just show you the difference real quick here. And yeah, it's a pretty big box, but I think this figure's been a little overinflated. I'm just going to be honest about it. I did not realize how much it reused of the Build-A-Figure from a few years ago. And while it's a better paint job, that wasn't a great figure to begin with, so that becomes a bit of a problem. I won't say it's a bad figure. The head sculpts, the new head sculpts are pretty good. I do like those. I will admit that. There is a lot of limitations of articulation on this figure, though. The shoulders won't reach all the way, and I mean, it's almost to the level of a Marvel Select figure. It really is. And I'm talking the old school Marvel Selects. They've actually gotten a lot better with articulation. So, with that, I mean, it's not a bad figure, but it's like I'm sitting here thinking, wow, at this point, we should be doing so much better with articulation, even on a big figure. Juggernaut and Hulk can do double joints. I mean, come on, why can't Rhino? And even worse was they have these big flat pieces, and this was the same flaw in the original Rhino figures. These big flat pieces in the knee that look just awful. I mean, they're terrible. Anytime you try to pose them with a bent knee, it's just it's so bad. Now, on posability, I will say you can get him pretty decent if you work with him. I mean, it takes some work, but you can do it. I don't know. Now maybe this is just the way some reviewers have done it. I really thought Rhino was a lot bigger than what he was. And I was wondering about that because I'm like, how are you going to justify being bigger than Hulk? And then, of course, I get him. He's not nearly that. Okay, and as you can see, here he is with Hulk and Juggernaut. He's not nearly as big as either one. He is a little cheaper than Hulk, the 30th Hulk was, so I guess that kind of still fits, but I don't know. I just, I guess it was the way some of the reviewers just brought it to me. He's like, oh god, he's huge, he's huge. I don't think he's, I mean, he's bigger than a normal Marvel Legends, but he's not that much bigger. And right here he is getting sandwiched between Juggernaut and Juggernaut and Hulk, just because I think that's funny. I also stood him beside some of the other big guys, like, you know, Thanos and Apocalypse. And you know, I did notice he's a little higher than those guys, and I mean, I'm sure they're justifying that with the retro card, which I don't think is a good justification. But you know, I think that might be it. And here he is with Spiderman, Ben Reilly Spiderman, and again, you know, you work with him, you get him in some good poses. So he's not a terrible figure, but he's not a great figure. They did improve the head sculpts. I'll give them that. I'll go 4 stars. With that, maybe dancing between 3.5. You know, I may change my mind after a while on that and go 3.5. But for Rhino, I mean, he's serviceable as Rhino. That's really the best I can say. He's the best Rhino we got. So I'll say that much. But all right, that'll do it with Rhino. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a nice day.